in the news live from Cannes, and we're so lucky to have Claire Wyatt, who is the Vice President of Business Strategy and Marketing Science at Albertsons Media Collective. Super long title, but really interesting job. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
And how's your Cannes been so far?
Wild. It is wild. Yeah, it is my first time at Cannes, and I was telling a friend after our first meeting yesterday, I was like, oh my God, I get it.
Where are you coming in from?
I'm from Chicago.
Okay. Yeah. God, that's 2 in a row. 2 Chicagos in a row.
Yes. It's a great space. It's actually, interestingly enough, lots of retail media talent. There's a lot in Chicago, so that's fun.
I'm a big fan of Chicago, so much so that on another interview, I mistakenly told this person they're from Chicago, and they are from Chicago. But
shoot.
It's okay. I'm a fan. Good. We run the Brand Safety Summit, which is a conversation of people in the industry talking to each other. Really important. Right. But we're starting to think about, is now the time to go beyond the industry and start to talk to people about issues of digital safety, et cetera. So what do you think? Do you think it's now is the time? And if it is, how are you talking to consumers about what's going on online?
So I would say absolutely now is the time, because I think the consumer is starting to get really smart that their data is being used, and that when they are interacting online, there's different companies, different experiences that are taking that data and then using that data. And so because I think consumers are starting to be more intelligent about it, we have to meet them where they're at and treat them as in a way that's really as smart as they are. So for example, one of the things that I'm really proud of with Albertsons, just as the company in general, is our privacy policy is so user-friendly, and it's very readable, and it's really built in common language that you or I, non-legal people, could kind of go on and read and completely understand how data is being used, which is great.
Yeah, tell me about that. Because I think that's, people historically, privacy policy, they just check yes because it's like legal mumbo jumbo.
Right.
And so tell me about how you made it easy.
So one of the things that our legal team did is, if you look at most privacy policies, it's a lot of legal jargon. It welcomes you into reading the policy. It's written in like how you would write an email maybe to a friend. And so it's very, and it almost guides you through, like, this is the data that we collect. This is what we definitely do not do. This is why we care about why we care about your data, and why we care about keeping it very private and safe.
Yeah, I mean, because data is so core to the business side of what you do on retail media. How is the business going?
So excellent. So retail media just in general is a really fun space to be in right now. I think I heard a stat today that the whole industry, as I think globally, is about $120 billion for 2023, which is just wild. So it's exploding in growth. Our business is doing really well, but the core value propositions of retail media, there's really two. There's one is closed loop measurement. And then the second, which is relevant to our conversation today, is the ability to target on first party audience data. So to use people that are shopping at our stores and actually meet them where they're at on our digital experiences, or even as they're experiencing the store as well.
I'm fascinated by it. I think it's like the no-brainer of all no-brainers, right? As a retailer, you already had all these customers in the brick and mortar,
right? And
the hardest thing to do is get a relationship with the end. So you already have them.
Exactly.
Now you're just giving them a new place to sell to wares and obviously make a better margin, and everybody wins, right?
Right. Yeah, and I think the consumer wins too, because I think the consumer cares a lot about privacy, but they also care a lot about personalization as well. And so with retail media, you can really strike that balance of, like, the data is protected, but then we're also serving ads that are helpful to customers and lead them along a journey in a very efficient path.
And how big's your team? You use an agency? What does your construct look like?
So Right now, most of our team is in-house, which is really exciting. So my boss, Christy Argelon, was the former president of Roundel, which is Target's retail media network.
Yep.
Came into Albertsons to basically do retail media again. So we have a lot of incredible talent, lots of people who have previous RMN experience, which is great. And I think we're around about 150 people right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fast.
It's big.
Fast.
Yes.
It's big. It's big.
I know. I'm tired.
Super cool. Well, I can't wait to hear more.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining us.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. And that's the news.